As First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump infused the role with an alluring blend of elegance, luxury, and an air of sophistication. Her high-end fashion choices, from form tincture gowns to exquisite jewelry valued at over $1.5 million, hinted at a life of indulgence and desire. Even her solo trips radiated extravagance, such as the $174,000 she spent on a single hotel stay, a clear proof of her unapologetic embrace of the NER things. Melania's time in the public eye was not just enaid by her advocacy for the Be Best initiative, but also by the undeniable allure of her presence, hidden in luxury and mystery. Now she returns with revitalized energy, ready to captivate and intrigue once again. Let's begin with Melania Trump's sensually lavish lifestyle, as First Lady Melania Trump's choice of nary stirred intrigue and fascination during her first tenure as FLOTUS, First Lady of the United States. Some speculated that her carefully selected attire was a form of subliminal messaging, while others saw it as a deliberate reliance on luxurious fabrics and designs to enhance the allure of her First Lady brand image. She's undeniably had seductive fashion moments, courtesy of Chanel, including her captivating exit out during her first tenure as the First Lady. Yet this former model, whose elegance is often bordered on provocative, also faced controversy with her bold and unapologetic clothing choices, from the infamous Zara jacket to the Texas visit post-Hurricane Harvey, wearing Manolo Blahnik stilettos, and the pith helmet while on her solo trip to Africa. The hats are thought to symbolize 19th century colonialism. All were considered to be insensitive choices and were widely condemned. At the core of Melania Trump's aesthetic lies a minimalist allure, characterized by skirt and jacket ensembles, statement jumpsuits, and sensuous cloak coats that subtly accentuate her gear. Her dress collection speaks volumes. Shirt dresses for casual elegance and opulent curved skimming gowns that radiate sensuality at royal-worthy occasions. Of course, she's rarely seen without her signature sky-high Louboutin heels, oversized black-tinted sunglasses, and sultry long-line gloves. While to some these may seem like mere accessories, to others they are a bold display of power, an intoxicating peacocking to condense, and an undeniable aura of untouchable sophistication. Her preferred color palette is in the same minimal vein, with block colors of black and cream reigning supreme. She also deviates into full-look khaki, tan, and nude shades in the occasional print. There are also vibrant hits of color, with fuchsia and red being a favorite, especially in the month of February. When it comes to her dressing inspirations and themes, she's experimented over her 4 years. There have been nods to the military, equestrian, and even safari looks on her various trips. Largely, though, she channels the ultimate lady and socialite, the enduring style icon that is Jackie Kennedy. And this was evident from the very start, as there were parallels between Melania's inauguration out, a powder blue Ralph Lauren collection, cashmere suit, complete with tonal blue gloves and stilettos, and the out Jackie wore to her husband's inauguration in 1961. From then on, the retro vibes have been a constant, from the classic two-piece silhouette, shawl neck and high-neck jackets, wide leg and cigarette pants, to the 1960s pastel shades of blue, pink, and mellow yellow. We've also seen her in cropped pants and ads for her when she wants that Audrey Hepburn meets Jackie O.O. duty look. To mark the R.S. Osho visit to Britain, Melania pulled out all the stops with an over-shoulder Grecian goddess style gown worth $6,990. Designed by J. Mendel, it featured a bodice, pleats, and sweeping drapes of chillon on the OR. Melania also welcomed Colombian President Ivan Duque Marquez and First Lady Maria Juliana Ruiz Sandoval to the White House in hot pink. She's not a stranger to the pink hue, and for this visit, she teamed a vibrant pink Fendi houndstooth coat worth $4,200 with subtle nude heels. It was only right that she would channel Jackie O.O. for her last day as First Lady, and for this, she chose Chanel. She wore a classic two-piece set against long leather gloves, Bottega Veneta sunglasses, a crocodile Birkin bag worth $75,000, and patent Louboutin stilettos, all of which were in somber black. While on Air Force One, Melania changed out from her serious black suit to a colorful orange dress by Gucci worth $3,700, and Roger Vivier as in preparation for the sunnier and warmer climes of Palm Beach. In all of its glory, Melania Trump's wardrobe has always been a subject of fascination, not just for its elegance, but for the stories behind each piece. Her collaboration with Hervé Pierre, a renowned French-born designer, is at the heart of her fashion journey. Hervé Pierre, who previously worked with iconic labels like Oscar de la Renta and Carolina Herrera, became Melania's go-to stylist after co-designing her inauguration gown. Their partnership is a blend of creativity and strategy, ensuring that Melania's wardrobe reacts to her unique style while navigating the political landscape. The process begins with Pierre's meticulous selection of out ETS. He frequents high-end stores such as Bergdorf Goodman, Saks Fifth Avenue, Michael Kors, and Dior in New York, shopping anonymously to maintain discretion. Pierre's keen eye for detail ensures that Melania's outs are not only stylish, but also exclusive. He carefully checks that no other public goers have worn the same pieces, avoiding any fashion faux pas. This attention to detail allows Melania to make a statement with her clothing while maintaining an air of mystery and sophistication. As a professional, Melania Trump is best known for her modeling career. But the First Lady has had success in business, too. In the early 2010s, Melania designed a line of jewelry for QVC, the television shopping network. The model had necklaces, bracelets, rings, and more available for audible prices, and the pieces sold out repeatedly. Melania stated that designing jewelry is a passion of hers. She explained to Jet Set magazine that she always emphasizes the importance of pursuing one's passion and doing what one loves. She shared that her background in architecture and design has always inspired her to create, sketch, and bring ideas to life, which she applied to her jewelry line. First Lady carried out her work with the support of her husband, who praised her talents in an interview with the New York Times. Donald Trump described her as having an amazing sense of design and an amazing level of intelligence, and expressed his encouragement, saying she has great ability and that he wanted her to run with it. The real luxury, however, is Melania's personal jewelry collection. Melania has a very high-priced trove of jewels, including her 25-carat diamond engagement ring that cost Donald $1.5 million. But aside from fashion, Melania also has a high-taste reservation for relaxation, which is found in their private resort in Mar-a-Lago worth $18 million. President Donald Trump might use his Mar-a-Lago visits to golf, entertain dignitaries, and schmooze with his powerful friends. But for his wife, Melania Trump, the idea is to be invisible. The private quarters are strictly for her, her husband, and their son. She calls Mar-a-Lago her respite. The family compound of the Trump orbit at the approximately 20-acre estate-turned-private club, nestled on the shores of the Atlantic Ocean in Palm Beach, Florida, are relatively modest as far as their homes go, according to a member familiar with the layout. The suites of rooms aren't vastly expansive in terms of square footage, tiny compared to the 3 oars of the Trump Tower family penthouse in Manhattan, and a fraction of the 4 oars of the executive residence of the White House. There is coziness in the place, even if it is one of the largest estates in Florida. The heavily secured area, like most of the property, is essentially attached to the rest of the club's facilities, where members and member guests can stroll about, dine, socialize, and frequent the vast outdoor facilities, the tennis courts, the croquet courts, or the beach club. President Trump's Mar-a-Lago is the shiny penny of his wealth, a sprawling example of what is acquired, the literal interpretation of showing O. He rarely leaves its conies, with the exception of going at his club. Melania Trump is loath to leave the grounds too, it turns out, and spends most of her vacation days on property, secluded from the hoi polloi members, mostly having quality time with her son and her parents, Victor and Amalia Naves, who also spend a decent portion of the year at Mar-a-Lago. Over the Christmas holiday, the First Lady spent 3 weeks out of the public eye at Mar-a-Lago, save for the approximately 4 days she was in Washington and on a surprise visit to troops in Iraq. She was also away from Washington at Mar-a-Lago in March 2019 for spring break. The First Lady has returned radiating a newfound energy, one that suggests a deep, intimate evolution from her previous tenure. Her resolve appears stronger, her passion for service more palpable, as she seems to have embraced the lessons of her past with open arms. Her goal is clear: to connect more deeply, to serve more intimately, and to leave an indelible mark on the lives of those she represents. If you enjoyed watching this video, then go ahead and click on any of the cards on your screen for more.